channel. My name's Katrina and this is my channel Create Something Pretty. Today we're going to talk about everything that I've purchased for the month of August, all my makes for the month of August, and also some fabrics and some projects that I really need to prioritize. Thank you so much for watching. So we are going to be talking about all my makes and all my purchases in one video. And that's because I really didn't make much and I really didn't buy much last month. So I'm going to show you that today. I also have been tidying up my stash, my fabric. My room has just been an absolute mess this week. And I found some fabrics that I really think it's about time I got them made up. So I have them all here and that's what we're going to talk about today. So the first thing I thought I should talk about is what I'm wearing. And this is also the item that I made last month. I had a really busy month in August, so I really didn't make a whole lot of things. I did start on a few things, but then I decided I needed to prioritize a few other things. So yeah, so I have so far, I've made the Marlo cardigan. This is by True Bias. I have made this pattern once before and I absolutely have loved it. My last one I made was a short version and this time I wanted to make the longer version. And what I had was this fabric. This was in my stash for so long. It was getting in the way, so I decided I really needed to make it up. And this is a Ponte from Spotlight. This has, see if you can see it, it has a little fleck through it. So it's a nice, they call it a deluxe Ponte. I think my seat's about to drop. I don't know. So it's a deluxe Ponte from Spotlight and I just wanted to make a cardigan with it because I knew at the time that's exactly what I wanted to do. And so I went ahead and made it, made the longer length, and I was happy with it until I went and put the bottom band on. I think I have some photos of when I put the band on. They're not very nice photos, but please forgive that. I just did not like how the jumper so curled around and so showed off my hips a bit more than what I would have liked. I feel like it sort of, the band finished in the wrong spot for me. So what I decided to do was to remove the bottom band. I had already done my buttonholes. I had completely finished it at that stage. So it kind of left me with a bit of a dilemma, like what do I do with that last buttonhole? And it kind of finished in an odd spot, but then if I made it shorter, it wasn't a good length either. So it was really hard to try and figure out what to do. So I actually ended up sewing the buttonhole shut, and I still put the other button back on again because I just thought it just looked odd because you could still see it. So it's not my best work. It's definitely not my best work, but I can still wear it. I can wear it at home. I can wear it picking up the kids. It's not really that bad. It is a sort of a casual jumper anyway, so I will get a bit of wear out of it. I'm not happy with what has happened, but what can you do? You make the most of it. So that was a True Bias Marlo. I love True Bias patterns. I feel like they really suit my lifestyle. So yeah, so that is all I made in August. I unfortunately didn't get to make any of my other plans and I wish I could have, but sometimes that's just how things go. So I didn't buy a whole lot. I did get the Bespoke Box from the Dahlia Society and I have done a video on that. So I'll link that down below. I did get some sewing gifts and things given to me because it was my birthday in August. I did get a voucher to Spotlight, which I still haven't spent. I'm debating what I want to get with that. Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to getting out to be able to spend that. But I did buy something just recently. I was looking to make something for my Southport Dress, and while I was there they had a really good sale and they had brand new rayons that had just come in and they're all in this purpley tone, and I love purple. And I know it's not everyone's colour, but I love purple, always will, and I could not resist this fabric. I'm not going to show you the ones from my Southport Dress, but I will show you this one. So this is it's like a lilac-y pink sort of coloured rayon. I have washed this and it is terribly wrinkled, and that is for a reason. So this is the fabric. You can see it's got purples and sort of like yellowy pinky sort of colours all through it, and the background, which I didn't realise, is actually kind of like a dusky pink or purpley sort of colour. and I just love it. I just think it's beautiful. I was just hoping to make a shirt out of this, some sort of shirt like I don't know, something with maybe a plaque of some sort. I don't have a specific shirt in mind, but I just think it's just really, really pretty. I could even make my Cleo blouse out of this. I have started that pattern. I did end up, I did a trial for it and I didn't get any further than that because I decided I needed to prioritize my collaboration project. So I just sort of left that at the mock-up stage, and I've nearly finished my collaboration project, so hopefully I can get back to that one real soon. So yeah, this is pretty much the only thing I really purchased between now and August. So yes, it's an absolutely gorgeous piece of rayon. Now this is wrinkled for a reason. I actually washed it the other day and I hung it on the line, and I actually had done loads and loads of washing that day. And I've taken it all off, went inside, totally forgot this was still on the line. I think it might have been still a bit damp, and I was hoping to get a bit more, get to dry a little bit before I brought it in. And I didn't realise we were going to have a thunderstorm that day. So yes, this thunderstorm came over. I got busy. I didn't even think about it. And it was a massive downpour. I was more concerned about picking my kids up from school than what was on the line. And our gutters did not handle that downpour. And the water's gone all over this and gotten it wet. I'm not sure how clean it actually is. I think I may have to go back and wash it again. I'm a bit concerned that it might be stuff from the gutters on it. So I'm a bit scared to wash it again. I don't want to make it fade or anything, but I think I might have to. So yeah, that's the only piece that I purchased, and hopefully it'll be okay after I wash it for a second time. So that's everything that I really have purchased. So I was going through my stash the other day, and my room was just a real mess. I just really needed to put things away, and it was driving me a bit crazy. Everything was out of place and I just needed to get things neat again. And I was putting things in my stash and realized, okay, my stash is a mess. This isn't going to work. I really have to do a proper clean. So I went in and started cleaning my fabrics and refolding everything. And I found a heap of fabric that I kind of had forgotten about. So that is what this is here. And I have had a lot of these for so many years. And these fabrics are all here because I had planned to make particular items out of them, and they just have never been priority. So I'm going to go through that with you today. This first fabric I purchased a long time ago. Like when I first got into sewing again and making clothes, I just think this is the most gorgeous fabric. I didn't really know much about fabrics back then, so I didn't realize what I had found. This is a beautiful rayon spandex, I believe. And this is just from Spotlight, because back then I didn't know there were other fabric stores. And this is on a beautiful sort of navy, royal blue sort of background with little ferns all through it. It's just really beautiful, really, really drapey sort of a fabric. It is absolutely gorgeous. And I have been stashing this for so long. I think I was wanting to make a skirt out of it. Don't 100% know if I don't think I had a pattern at the time, but I am willing to make something else out of it. I'm thinking maybe I might make a dress, or there's 2 meters here and it's quite wide, so I'm pretty sure I can get a decent dress out of it, or maybe another skirt. I'm not 100% what skirt. I'm pretty sure I had something in mind at the time, but I don't know what it was. So that's the first piece that I have been hoarding for ages, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Like, this has been there for years. This is going to be at least 5 years old, at least. So that is the first piece of fabric. Just love it. I just love it. It's so my colour. So the next piece of fabric that I have been hoarding is this beautiful tencel denim. It has really, really nice drape, really beautiful and drapey. It's on this sort of mid-blue sort of background, and it has these little flowers all the way through it. Now this, I actually have a second piece of this, so there's not just this one piece. I have had in mind for years, absolutely years, to make the Southport Dress by True Bias. And at the time when I bought this, I didn't have the pattern. I'd seen the pattern, but I didn't have it, and I think I was waiting for it to come on sale, and I felt like indie patterns at the time were a little bit too expensive. And then, yeah, the rest is history. I now love them. So this is a Southport Dress by True Bias. Really nice summer sort of dress. I really like it. I love the little button up detail. I love this long version. I actually like this version as well. At the time I liked that more than what I do now, but now I would make this one. It's got the little pulled in waist, little waist tie. It's a very casual, beachy looking dress. That's how I see it anyway. I've just been wanting to make this for years. I'll make sure I put some photos in. This is not the first time I've talked about this pattern, but this was always designated to be a Southport dress. So I just love this fabric. I think it's really, really gorgeous. I just hope it still looks on me how I thought it would back then. Yeah, life has changed a lot in 5 years. I'll show you. There's some more blind drawings here. You can see the back of it there. So it's quite covered in at the back. It has bust darts and little buttons and the little split at the front. I just love this dress. I just think it's beautiful. It's very me, very, very me. So yeah, that's a Southport Dress by True Bias. And that is the second fabric that I found in my stash after having a bit of a tidy up. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting that one made, and hopefully I can make them up for this warmer season. So I really need to prioritize these a bit more than some of my other projects, because there's a lot of fabric here that is just, I'm just holding on to because I'm hoping to make these things and I'm just not getting to it. So I think I should push these ahead of some of the other things. So the next fabric that I have been holding on to is this one. And this is a rayon. This is, I think all these fabrics are from Spotlight. This one is beautiful. And there are so many meters of this. I have a lot of it, and I have another. I think I was holding on to this for something else, and then I went back and got more because I wouldn't use it. So yeah, so this is a beautiful rayon with blues and whites and pinks and little bits of this orange and another darker pink in there. It's really, really pretty. It's all in a navy background. And this whole time I have been holding on to this to make this dress. And this is the Sia dress by Marsha Style. When Marsha made this dress, she actually did a sample in this exact fabric. So yeah, that's why I had to get it. So her dress, it was absolutely gorgeous. I love this dress. It's such a classy, beautiful dress. It's quite detailed though, and I think that's why I haven't made it yet. It's quite a bit of work. I think it would be a dress that I have to go back and really take my time to make, and that's sort of holding me up. So there's a lot of detail. So there's a couple of different sleeve options. There's a long sleeve, and then this one has a little tassel. It has, I'm not sure what you call it, a bit around the tummy area. I keep going to call it a yoke, but I don't know if it is yoke. It's probably something else. And then there's little darts in the bodice at the front. Then it has a button placket in the skirt, and it has little vents either side on the skirt. And there's a long version or a short version. I want to make the long version. I just think it's so pretty. Her examples on Instagram are so pretty. I just love it. I kept seeing her pictures come up before she even advertised it and thinking, oh, that's gorgeous. The next thing I know, oh, it's a dress I can buy. So I was really happy when this came out. So I still haven't made it. I would still like to make it. I think it's a gorgeous dress. So I would love to finally make this up and actually be able to wear it. So that would be a really nice dress to have. Maybe I should do that sooner rather than later. I have a wedding to go to really soon, so that's an option. So yeah, I love this fabric. So I have 2 more to go. So the next one, this was bought really intentionally for the next project. This is a beautiful rayon once again. I love my rayons. Oh, wrong side. This is a navy rayon. There's quite a bit of this. I think I have more in my wardrobe as well. And it's just got the little, I think it's like a flower. Little flowers all over it. And it's like not too busy. I don't like fabrics too much that have a lot going on, but it does have a fair bit going on, but not as much as others. So I really love this one. And this was put aside quite intentionally to make this dress. And this is a vintage pattern. This is Butterick 6860. So this is it's not a dress, sorry, it's a skirt. And I want to make this skirt here. And I have actually made this before. I had to source this pattern. I had to go and find this pattern on eBay because I had actually made it before and I needed the next size up. So I'll show you the dress that I have, the skirt, sorry, that I have made. And it is this one. So I made this. It's a little short sort of skirt. I need a longer one now. I made this back when we were first extending our house. This is around about 2019, I'd say. My kids were quite little back then, still changing nappies sort of age. And I had a lot going on back then. The pattern I had to alter it to fit. It wasn't quite the right size, so I had to do a lot of alterations to make it fit my body. And back then I think I was braver than what I am now. I was not scared to try different things. So it has like all the panels, all the different panels. It has, I believe it does have pockets. Oh yeah, no, it doesn't have, it does look like it did. It has your sort of set waistband. I think I had to alter the waistband quite a bit, and your buttons at the front, and I have lined it as well. So there's a lining in there. I've just sort of figured out how to do that for myself, and it does need a good iron. I'm very sorry I didn't get to iron it. And it has these beautiful little, now, gauze, I think they're gauze. They're not like a set in piece. It's just the way this skirt is cut. So I'm not sure if I've used the right word. There's a couple and they sound quite similar. So the pattern shows, these are the pattern pieces, and the way the panels are cut, one is concave and the other one is convex, and you need to try and get those two different shapes to line up, and they create the most gorgeous waving, like the skirt just sits so beautifully. So I loved it when I made this skirt. So I really want to make it again, and I want to make this version here. I think that will be absolutely stunning. So this is a vintage Butterick. I can't wait to make it. So Butterick 6860, and here's some more pictures. I think this might help to explain. So there's a little image of how they go together. So I just think it's going to look stunning. It creates this waving sort of effect on the hem. So beautiful, and it's just really nice to wear. So that is what this is destined to be, and it's very interesting. I don't know if I was copying the pattern or not, but it's a very similar colour on the pattern as well. So theirs is navy, so is mine. So yeah, I can't wait to make that one. I really need to prioritise this because this has been in my cupboard for ages, and I went to a lot of effort to get this pattern too. So I really need to make this one up. So the one last piece of fabric that I found in my wardrobe, sitting there languishing, waiting to be made up, is this one. This is another rayon, and there's also meters and meters of this one as well. And it's a black rayon, and it has all these little flowers all over it. And at the time when I purchased this, the pattern that I want to make with it, everyone was making it out of fabric very, very similar to this. It just was really, it was a thing. So I'm kind of not sure if this is what I want to make it out of at the moment. So the pattern I'm talking about, this is the last one. Yeah, that's one piece. This is the True Bias Shelby dress. And I want to make a long version like this one, and it does use a lot of meterage because these panels, so you can see it's got panels it's made out of, one at the side, one at the front on either side. I don't know if these are cut on the curve, on the fold. I'd have to have another look, but yeah, that takes up a lot of fabric. So I think I need at least 4 meters to make this one. I am on the shorter side, so I might be able to get away with it, but yeah, this sort of style dress I find suits me really, really well. So this is something I really should prioritize this summer, this spring sort of season. So yeah, I have some ready to wear dresses. Well, I have a ready to wear dress that I love. I absolutely love this dress. So this is just a ready to wear, and it has the same panels. And every time I put this on, my partner's like, oh, that looks really good on you. So the only problem I have it when I buy ready to wear, they're too short. It's halfway up my thigh. That does not look good on me anymore. Like 10 years ago, not a problem. Now, no. I don't want that much of my leg on display. So I really want to make my own version so I can make it that little bit longer. And this fabric, yeah, at the time I was seeing that dress made out of this fabric like everywhere. So I don't know if it's still going to look as good. I don't know, I wonder if once you cut it up, if it would look all right. So yeah, so that's the last piece of fabric that I found in my stash for patterns that I already have and have been planning to make forever and ever. So I think I need to really try and prioritize that this summer, spring season. So yeah, so that is everything that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed seeing that today. Yeah, it's been a very interesting few months. I was really not sure what I was going to talk about today, considering that I hadn't had any sewing and I hadn't really been buying anything. Yeah, life has just taken a bit of a different direction at the moment, and I don't know if I'm hoping it calms down a bit before Frocktail so I can get some work done on my Frocktails dress. So that is then my next concern that I have been thinking about a lot. So I hope you enjoyed seeing that today. If you did, I would love it if you'd give me a thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, I'd love it if you would subscribe as well. And if you want to know when my next video is ready to watch, hit the bell icon and that will let you know once my video is up. I also just wanted to say a big thank you to everybody because I have reached 2,000 subscribers. Yay! Oh, I can't believe that happened so quickly. Thank you so much. I'm just absolutely thrilled, and I did not expect to reach that before the end of the year. I'm so happy. So thank you so much for watching, and thank you for everyone who comes back every week and watches again and again. Love talking to you in the comments. I do try and get back to you as quickly as I can. Sometimes life is a bit busy and I've noticed just recently it's gotten busy. It's really hard to get back to you sometimes, but I do try and talk to you again in the comments. And thank you to everyone who has given suggestions or helped me with some things. I really, really appreciate you helping me out with those things. So yes, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next week. I hope you all have lots of good sewing time. I'll see you then. Bye. Thank you.